Man, this the young man at risk. How short you shan't keep it cracking, man, all over, man, networking, doing it big. You know how I live, man, my life ain't simple, man. Not simple. Young man at risk, man, that's where we at. For the Hunters Point community, San Francisco black community. We got it cracking. All the different organizations right here we got going on. We got some food over there, sure if you like to eat, man. Here they got drinks and refreshments. We got the rest of the homies, different people. Man, young men at risk, man, working with them, man, to help the youth, man, that's what I'm about that too, young women too, I love them.
And that's what I'm preaching, to help the youngsters learn how to be accountable, because that's what's required in today's day.
I'm Randall Turner, 25 years old. I'm with the Omegas program. I work with JAG. I got a little job up at McIntyre talking to a class of 35 students, trying to help them stay in school. And just like this brother here, I done been through it. I done seen what it's like behind the walls, Pelican Bay, these different places. I done been through the struggle with the police. I done been in the gang right here. You know what I mean? So I can relate. And I feel I can get on the level of these kids where they can understand and relate to me. And we can find a solution to the problem.
My name is Sam, and I work for Community Bridges Beacon at Everett Middle School, and I guess we're going to be facilitating the building for this event to happen. But more or less, the outcome of this is that I really want the youngsters to realize that life is too short, and tomorrow's not promised, and to make everything happen today, and don't put it off and wait till tomorrow. Hopefully in this summit that we teach them to live life for today and live it real.
Hey, I'm John Lauer. I'm from the Young Community Developers. I'm program coordinator for Chocolate City 2, and I'm just here. Hopefully, what I like to see is everyone come together and try to help out with finding solutions to kind of get an insight on all the young men, where they're at and where they want to head to. Because right now it's just, there's so much going on within the different communities in the city that I feel that this is very important for the youngsters to get out and, release some of the tensions and some of the things that they're holding inside, just speak out. So we just have to be part of it, trying to help out.
Hi, my name is Herman Badgett. I'm with New York, California. And thank Galen for inviting me to be here. One of the things I would like to see come out of this event is that all the young men start identifying the changes in their community and see that the faces and the ethnic groups are changing. And, we all come up together and we all have to, kind of live in this community together. So I think once you see that and everybody's understanding, as this young man said, life is too short. We need to understand that we all get along and work together. So hopefully that is communicated, this summer.
I'm Jerry Gill. I'm with American One Finance. I grew up here in the city, and I went to school in Washington, and I recently moved back. Carlos and I have been good friends since third grade, and I know the activities that he's been involved in. A lot of things he's doing, we've talked about since kids, and he mentioned this opportunity for me to serve and give back some of the things that God has blessed me with. My main purpose, things that I talk about, things that I try to do, is bridge the gap between ambition and goals by providing knowledge between the two. A lot of times young people don't realize or think about or even know how to set the goals and accomplish what they want to accomplish because of lack of knowledge. Most things they want to do can be obtained if they can put the knowledge with the ambition.
My name is Carlos Webster. I'm with the City College of San Francisco, counselor, and the main thing I want to see out of this has been worked on trying to putting together is putting together our resources, where we can follow, not just only talking the talk, but also walking the walk, putting together follow-up. like saying, we as leaders out here, being able to, like I said, take a child ourselves, or not child, young youth, or young man, to take him and also bring him under our wings, okay? Show him how to do something, not just tell him, but show him how to do it, doing the follow-up. Like I'm saying, what to do after this summer, okay? Not only talk the talk, but we have to walk our walk, and report them in, let them know that there's resources out there that they can, show them the resources, let them know that the resources are here, right in the bed, right here in the city, that they can take advantage of, so they can be successful, okay? To cut down the risk of, you know, of being at risk.
My name is Brother Clint Sockwell, and I work with the San Francisco Unified School District. I also work with the Bayview Beacon up by Sundale Park, Laura Davis up there. And I give every day to the children, and I heard that Galen was putting together a Young Men at Risk Summit, and it was just like, okay, well, count me in, because I want to help with that too, because we have a lot to do. We have a lot to do, and we need to have 10 times as many brothers, you know, with their eyes open, their ears open, hearing about ways that we can reclaim our community and to help our sons, because right now they're the envy of the world. That's how beautiful they are. They that beautiful. They're so beautiful, they're scary. They want to lock them up and kill them off because they know that if they had knowledge, that they would rule this bad boy, the whole planet. So we have to take these opportunities like this when young men like Galen are giving us opportunities to come together to strike a blow. To strike a blow, you know. And so whenever I hear about this, whenever any of y'all come up with one of these, just send me a letter, let me know, and I'm gonna be there because I see what they up to. I see what they doing, and I ain't happy. And I'll just live my whole life not happy, you know. So whatever I can do to make this possible, this first annual Young Men at Risk Summit, when we have the 50th annual Young Men Summit. And we're going to take that at-risk off, like the brother said. We just having the 50th annual Young Men Summit. I want somebody to say, you know, way back in the day, Brother Clint was a part of that whole thing right there. So I want to be a part of the legacy of this beautiful thing that this brother's put together right here.
My name is Mark Harrison. I am the founder and chairman of Destination Akibalon. I've been asked several times, what does Akibalon mean? From being here, Akibalon is an indigenous name for Africa. Before it was renamed Africa by the Greeks, Akibalon means Africa. So essentially my company is Destination Africa. And I know that may seem like an entertaining idea to think about returning to Africa, but we're focusing more on the metaphysical journey here, mind, body, and spirit. More so than the physical pilgrimage back to Africa. I think that in itself, as Brother Will Smith said, making the movie Ali, he said making that movie in Africa turned his whole life around. In fact, his wife bought a house in Africa because that experience was so tremendous for him. So I am founder and chairman of Destination Akibalon. What I'd like to see out of this summit and many more, in addition to what all the brothers and sisters have articulated already, is for our young brothers and sisters, and when I say young brothers and sisters, I mean all brothers and sisters of color, whether they're Hispanic, Black, so on and so forth, to recognize that there is no growth without a foundation. And I think Brother Malcolm alluded to it. He said a tree without a foundation will wither and die. So if you don't have your roots planted deeply, essentially the strong wind will come over and blow you over. You know, so I like to see that more of that of our young brothers and sisters, and that starts with knowing who you are, as our ancestors wrote on the tables, know thyself. Once you know who you are, you can't be swayed by anybody. You set your own standard. You know who you are, you have confidence, and things like that. And I think that's troubling a lot of our young brothers and sisters, is because they don't understand who they are, and if a strong wind comes along and blows them this way and that way. But thank you for having me.
And I don't want to pick on nobody. With the last remaining brothers, if you can make it kind of concise, yeah. Thank you.
Quick.
Oh, my name is Dr. You know, really, I'm an academic advisor at San Francisco State, and just in a nutshell, I'm really glad to be involved in this because, just to give you a quick statistic, up until, I don't know if it's changed much, but 80% of the black students at San Francisco State are women. You know, and like the rest of y'all, I'm tired of turning on the morning news and seeing who got wasted last night. And I think, you know, my outcome of this is just the educational aspect of it. Education is there for you, and we got to make sure these brothers are headed in the right direction to take advantage of it. Because too many of us fought and died for the right to get to learn. And when you just throw it away, we're all going down the tubes.
My name is Fred Mitchum. I'm the Chief Career Architect for my company, Career Mentoring Incorporated. I came on board here many months ago. I heard about this. Young men who there's something I wanted to be involved. I'm also a member of the 100 Black Men of Silicon Valley, quite involved in that organization. But I want to come up here, meet some folks, get involved, and do what I can do. My background is primarily human resources, motivational speaking, but primarily career-oriented type things. I'm glad to be with all you guys. It'll be great. I think we're going to have a great conference. My desire is to present what they ask me to do and do it, but when the kids are done with me, they need to make some decisions. Hopefully they'll hit that button and what we talked about will come up to the front saying, hey, I got to make another decision. So that's what it's about. I'm looking forward to working with everybody on Saturday.
My name is Kelvin Martin, and I'm the director for the Center for Positive Changes. It's a group home for adolescents in San Diego, California. I'm out here visiting, and I've seen it on the news, and I just thought it would be a great part to be involved. We work with kids 17 and 18 transitioning out of the system. And I guess my desire is to just keep reinforcing that they do have options, that there's things out there for them in a positive way, and there is, and hope for a positive change.
Hello everyone, my name is Ben Landers, and I'm the office manager at ACAT. ACAT standing for Bayview Hunters Point Center for Arts and Technologies. And what I'd like to see out of this is a lot more young brothers dress up in shirts and ties and not have to break their back in the warehouse or doing menial jobs.
You want to hear from the sisters too?
Oh yeah!
My name is Linda Brooks Burton, and I'm the branch manager at Bayview branch right here in the community. And I'm a resident of Hunters Point. And I'm an Infusion One board member for about 5-6 years. So I have a great deal at stake here. I want to see this be very successful. I also have a personal stake. I have a 10-year-old son who's growing up in this environment, and I want something better for him. And I want him to come and hear some of the solutions. And I also want to see the follow-up as well. Another brother was talking about. I want to make sure this is just not all talk and that we have some walk.
San Francisco Friends of the Children, and I mentor 7 first-grade children, 3 at Malcolm X and 4 at E.R. Taylor. I also live in the community, and I have 3 sons and 2 daughters, and I'm just sick at a lot of their friends that have been murdered or incapacitated or incarcerated. So I won't be here at the summer because I'll be at the Kentucky Derby, sorry. But I will be here in spirit, and I'm just here to help support as far as the planning meeting or whatever I could do. And I've been volunteering in Infusion One ever since my son used to be part of the program about 6 years. So whatever I could do to help.
My name is James Bell. I'm a program coordinator here at Infusion One, actually a co-coordinator of this summit with Brett, who a lot of you probably have talked to. For me, the outcome that I would like to see, really, to be completely honest, it didn't hit me to just right now, but half of it has already been met, because the first thing they said is that we can never organize. Man, we didn't prove them wrong, because there's a lot of different kind of people here in this room. The second thing would just to be, I think I said it last week, to just try to save one life. If anybody can just touch one life, I think that'd be good.
Go ahead. I work with Young Ideals Community Home. We mentor 6 kids from age 10 to 18. I'm also a proud member of Little Motion, We was on KMBL's Three Soldiers Sunday, and we spoke. I spoke for a good hour. So, whatever I can do to help.
Palmer Pearsall. I just talked with Galen once before about a project we're doing, trying to put some skills I have to use in education and maybe continuing kids' education. So I'm here trying to learn more about this group and who I would be able to teach.
But please do not be mistaken. You're giving to yourself by being here. The stakes are high, as someone stated. I think Linda stated. The stakes are high. The stakes are very high. I just want to point out a couple quick things in terms of going over the goals and objectives that we're attempting to meet. First and foremost, we are going to address some issues. We're not going to address all the issues. We're going to hear a lot of statements. We can't hear all the statements. Those are two specific things that I want to make perfectly clear. There's only so much that we can do in the afternoon. These problems were not created overnight, and they're not going to be remedied overnight. And so as long as we're on that same page, then I think that I believe and I know that we're going to have a successful event. Let me just outline specifically what we are attempting to accomplish. We have at Infusion One, this agency was founded on what we call the 3 R's of life: respect, responsibility, and reality. So everything that we do, everything that we say, we strive. And let me put some emphasis on that word strive. Strive is not try. Strive is not we accomplish it every time. Strive is we're making every effort that we can to get the main objective that we're attempting to meet. We're attempting, number one, to stress education. And so all of you will be participants. Otherwise, I'm sure you wouldn't be here. So what we ask you to do is to make sure in any discussion you have with a young man or any person that you speak to, that you stress the value of gaining an education. That's number one. Many people asked us why education was not one of our topic areas. Our topic areas are economic development, criminal justice, and health. Bless you. However, education is number one. So please, let's not get that mixed up. And that just by the mere fact that that's not one of our topic areas, that's not something that's of importance to us. Secondly, exposure. Our objective is to expose our young men to as many positive individuals as we possibly can. What happens after that, I can't guarantee you what'll happen after that. The bottom line is that we expose them to you. Now, what you do with that after you come in contact with a young man, it's up to you and that young man. Thirdly, enlightenment. We're striving to provide some enlightenment for these young people. How is that going to happen? That's going to happen through you. It's going to happen through you. There's a difference between enlightenment to me and education. Young people say today, can you feel me? To me, enlightenment is, I can feel you. When you enlighten me on something, when you enlighten me by sharing a piece of you with me, and that opens me up. Many of you who work with young people, you know, if you don't give, you ain't getting. And if you're not willing to share of yourself personally, then guess what? They ain't giving you nothing back either. So I ask all of you to please, don't be stingy with yourself. Please don't, because they're not going to feel you. Lastly, empowerment. Our breakout sessions are segregated. I just want to put emphasis on it. The breakout sessions are segregated. There will be no girls, no women allowed in the breakout session. Nothing but boys and men. The 3 objectives that we're attempting to meet in the breakout sessions. Number 1, exposure. She liked it, right? She didn't like it. It's just the way it is. The first one is we're going to have a presenter in each of the breakout sessions. A presenter who will be covering one of the 3 topic areas of economic development, criminal justice, and health. That presenter will have 6 minutes to provide a presentation on their past, present, future. And in that format, we're hoping that the presenter will be able to open up the young men in the audience by sharing where I've been, where I'm at, and where I'm trying to go. Some of our young men don't know how to dream and don't know how to set goals. Hopefully that presenter will be able to show them this is how it's done. This is where I went, this is where I'm at now, and this is where I'm going, y'all. And you can do the same thing. The second objective is that we will be asking the young men to provide us with at least one personal commitment that they're going to make to themselves. By the time we get to the breakout sessions, our objective is to have it very clear that we are all at risk. There ain't nobody sitting in this room that ain't at risk. If you disagree, you're in the wrong place. Because we all subject. However, the reality is that some of us, just by virtue of our age, our color, our skin, the way we wear our pants, the way we wear our hair, makes us more at risk than somebody else. And so we want to convey that. So what we're going to be asking young men to do is to make a personal commitment to either acquire a new habit or drop an old habit. No matter how slow or how fast they do it, just as long as they make the commitment. There comes the empowerment. I've been working with youth for the last 15 years. And one of the things that I found true for me is that unless that youngster says, you know what, this is what I want to do. I don't give a dang how much I talk to them till I'm blue in the face, how much statistics I put in front of them, how many bad examples I show them. He or she ain't going to change until they make up their mind. I want to change something about me. And to me, that's the step towards empowerment. Not because my daddy told me or my mama told me or the teacher told me. So we are striving to get the young men, and if you're a facilitator, some of you I'm looking at are, you have a big role to play because you are going to have to set the tone and make sure that objective number 2 is met. That's a very important objective. We're going to have flip chart paper on the wall, and so what we're expecting from you is that you come out of that room with some commitments. The commitment should be confidential. Do not associate those commitments with anybody in that room because they might want to say, I'm going to quit smoking blunts every day and only every other day. But you know what? When they walk out of that summit that day, we can all forget about what they said, but guess what? They ain't going to forget. The third and final objective of the breakout sessions is that we want to give the young men an idea of how important public policy is and why they should participate. I know some people disagree with that, but the bottom line is that if you don't vote, your voice ain't heard. If your voice ain't heard, then guess what? You can't complain. Don't say nothing. So those are the objectives of the breakout session. Those are the objectives, and those are the things that we're attempting to accomplish with the summit as a whole. I'll just close by saying that many people have asked about follow-up. Well, we do have follow-up strategies in place. I will share this much. What we're planning at this moment, and it's going to be supported by Supervisor Sophie Maxwell, is we will be holding a special hearing on the state of young men at City Hall in June. We don't have a specific date yet. But what we're going to be asking is that some of you who represent organizations, that you come to a planning meeting so that we can begin to put the pieces together. Our desire is to have young men make that presentation at the special hearing and not us as adults. And we want to come up with at least 3 to 4, maybe 5 action items that will be presented. And we're going to invite everybody from the governor to the mayor to the supervisors to be there and have those young men call those folks to the carpet. We want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And after that, we will have a process of follow-up established. So there is a follow-up that we have planned. We've been doing this too long to be hitting it and quitting it. So we ain't got no time for that. We don't have no feel-good session. Any quick question on the goals and objectives? If not, we'll move on. Was I that clear?